Hey YouTubers, Bobby Digital here once again. I want to show you guys a little bit about Windows 10, specifically how to do Windows updates. Don't mind all this clutter on my desktop. I have a lot of stuff here, but what you want to do for Windows updates is you want to come over here, okay, and you go to settings, alright, and in settings you're going to have options pop up on the left side over here once it comes up. Okay, so here are your basic Windows settings here, and you're going to go to update and security right here. Yeah, touch it. And my computer is, oh, I'm in the middle of a render, probably slowing it down. Okay, here we go. Alright, so here you have all your options: display, notifications, apps and features, multitasking, tablet mode. If you have one of those computers where the tablet with the screen can be pulled off to be a tablet, battery saver mode, power and sleep settings, storage and whatnot. We're going to come to, I believe it's apps and features. No, hold on, I have to go back here. Update and security. Alright, here we go. This is where we want to be. This is what you're going to see when you hit update and security. Windows Update, Windows Defender, backup, recovery, activation, and this is developer stuff. So here's Windows Update, and you want to come here to check for updates, and there's also advanced options here. We'll click on that so you can take a look at what the advanced options are. So here you have how you can set up your update. You can set it to be automatic, so it does all the updates for you, or you could tell it to notify you to schedule a restart, because every time there's an update done, it's going to automatically restart. If you don't want it to that to happen, you can always choose this option here. Okay, and you can get insider builds here to help out Microsoft. They're very good. The insider program is great. If you haven't signed up for it, you should at Microsoft.com. Sign up for the Insider, Windows Insider, and you get to beta test a lot of the newer features or upcoming features they're going to be installing in Windows. Alright, so that's just showing you what the advanced options are. Okay, you can view your update history here, and you can also choose how your updates are delivered. Okay, you click on that right there, and you have a choice. It's going to give you another screen and show you what your options are, how you want to do it. Do you want it to download Windows updates and apps from other PCs? You know, there's different ways of doing it. PCs on my local network, or PC on my local network, and PCs on the internet. Okay, you don't have to worry about these. These are usually advanced for advanced stuff. But I just wanted to show you guys, and it's very well written and broken down to simplify it. Okay, but as the way it's set up is how you want to keep it. Where it's set up automatic recommended. Okay, so now I'm going to click here, check for updates. So if you force the update to check to see if there's any updates, probably I may not have any, because my stuff is usually kept up to date. As you can see, my device is up to date, you know, as of yesterday. So my system is always up to date, but normally you would actually see stuff that hasn't been updated. So we're going to force it to check anyway, and it's checking now for updates on the internet. So while this is happening, talk amongst yourselves. Alright, I'm sure I don't have any, but if I do, that'd be great. But I'm sure I don't have anything to update here. But normally you would see a whole list of stuff to update, and you can actually just have everything installed. You could choose what you want to install. Okay, when it comes to Windows Update, like I mentioned before in another video, every Tuesday is Patch Tuesday. So in case your system is not on, it doesn't update automatically, and it's a Wednesday or Thursday, whatever, you want to force the update. You go to Update and Security in the settings, and go to Windows Update, hit the check for updates, and once your updates come up, do the updates. You want to have it done so that everything works primo, the way it's supposed to work. Because, you know, things can change, or there could be a hole that was discovered, a security hole where they could come in and attack your computer and whatnot. Windows is constantly monitoring all that and constantly updating and patching so that to prevent those type of issues from occurring. Or if there's an issue with a particular program or a game or whatever, there may be a patch to correct those issues. So it's always good. Every Tuesday, keep in mind, mark on your calendar until you have it, in your brain, ingrained in your brain. Make sure you do your updates every Tuesday. Okay? If you miss it, not a big deal. You do it Wednesday, Thursday, but just keep in mind that every Tuesday is Patch Tuesday, so you know there's going to be new updates. I've come across some computers that have never been installed, and they have like 189 or 215 updates that was never done, and they'll tell me, "Oh, my computer's not working properly. I don't know what's wrong. Something's wrong with it. I hate Windows." Blah blah. Wait, hold on, slow down. When I show them all the updates that were not done, and we do the updates, they are amazed at how much faster and crisper and much more stable the operating system runs once it's fully up to date. So always keep that in mind, to update constantly. There's also optional updates. They're not always necessary. You can choose what you want, what you don't want. But sometimes it may be a driver update for something that's in your computer or on your network or USB device. There may be an update, or Windows will find it, because Windows Updates database gets constantly updated by all third-party hardware makers. So it's always good to do that and check that out and make sure all your stuff is up to date. This is still checking. I don't know what it's looking for. I hope I don't have hundreds of updates to do. I'm sure I'm up to date, but we'll find out together here where this is going. In the meantime, I'll walk you through this here. Windows Defender. This is the built-in antivirus that's is built into Windows. It's a very good antivirus. People tend to underrate it, but I've tested this antivirus and it's very, very reliable. The new version of this, as you see, it gives you real-time protection, and this cloud-based protection as well. Okay, so you get better, faster protection by sending Microsoft info about the potential security problems that it finds, so that they're always kept up to date, and they can again patch every Tuesday the latest fixes that we mentioned. There's also sample submission. If you want to submit something to them, that's on as well, but you can turn that off. As you can see, very simple on-off switches there. Exclusions, you can exclude stuff you don't want it to check, something that you install, and maybe something that's a little bit on the illegal side. You can actually tell it, hey, leave it alone, don't touch that program. So we'll not scan that program, as you know what it is, and you know that it'll work, and you know that it's not an infection, but it may see it as a virus, even though it's not. You can exclude it here so that it won't bother you with that. And of course, here's information, the up to date, all the engine version. It shows you all what the numbers and how up to date it is. And if you want, you can actually click here to activate and use it, because I have another one here I'm using, but if I activate it, it'll work fine, and I don't have to have any of these crazy antiviruses that are sold, like Kaspersky or Bitdefender or ESET or Avira. They're all great, but you don't have to run and get it right away. You can have Windows Defender work for you until you can save up the money to pay, because it's better to pay for them, because they're much better than to get them cracked, because you never know what you get when you get them cracked. So I recommend Kaspersky and ESET and Bitdefender. Those are my top three. I'm not a big fan of Norton's or McAfee, because 98% of the computers that I get that are infected usually have those programs in there, and to me that's telling me they can't do the job properly. I don't trust them. I've tested many antiviruses. I have a computer at home. Its name is Victim, and Victim's job is to get whammed and whammered and hammered by viruses and malware, and I test the different antivirus to see just how good they are. And I find, I kind of create what I call tag teams. Just like a wrestling, I create a tag team, two programs working together. For example, I like Windows Defender right here, working right along hand to hand with Malwarebytes anti-malware, because it's not just viruses that causes problems. Malware sneaks right in, right past a lot of the antivirus scanners, and can wreck your computer, can lock you out of your PC where you can't do things, so on and so forth. So by combining those two, Windows Defender and Also having Malwarebytes, anti-malware together, real-time protection. The both of them complement each other. They do not attack each other. They work as a team. What one sees, the other one may not. What the other one doesn't see, the other one will catch it. So they kind of work hand in hand. They're a great tag team. Right now they're the current holders of Bobby Digital's Tag Team Championship for protecting programs that work together. So now you see, I've been a bad boy. I've got a couple of things that have to be updated. So currently it's telling me that I have to update my definition to Windows Defender. So right now it's currently doing it for me. So that's all I have. I guess, you know, definitions always change because there's always something new coming out. So it's always good to update your Windows Defender. But remember, I don't have it active, because if it was active, it would already have been updated. But so what? Let's do the update now over here. So now let's go down to backup. Okay, I'm a huge proponent of backup. Backup is very, very important. 99% of my customers come to me upset and raging and raving because their hard drive crashed and they got pictures, music, and they don't have a backup system. One thing you're going to learn from me with my future videos: backup, backup, backup. I will teach you redundancy. It's important to back up all of your stuff. Okay, data is basically photos, music, documents. Okay, programs I don't worry about, because programs can always be reinstalled, but data is more valuable than anything else. So you must have a redundancy backup setup, meaning more than one type of backup. Okay, usually I have people back up to external hard drives and also to cloud drives, like either OneDrive, or people can back up onto Dropbox, or like how I like to do it, WD My Cloud, my own personal cloud storage system that I have in my network that runs off of my router. Then not only does it back up my computer, my MacBook, but it also backs up my phone as well, and it keeps everything safe. So if I lose my phone or my laptop or whatever, at least all my stuff is backed up. I don't have to worry about losing precious photos and music and whatnot. So I'd like to teach my customers to please constantly back up, back up, back up. I'll have a video specifically just for that coming up soon. And as you see here, I can back up using file history. I can add a drive. Right now I'm on the road with my road dog here, so I don't have an external drive with me. I usually have it in my back, but I didn't bring it with me. I have a wireless WD backup device that I can plug into this that will set up for my backup. It's a 2 terabyte portable hard drive that I carry with me. And if I want to, there's other options here, by the way. If I want to, I can also restore older backup as far back as Windows 7. This is Windows 10, so if I have anything on Windows 7 backup, I can back up and restore it. Right now, I believe my Windows 7 has been removed. I removed it, so this is not going to work. But if you install Windows 10 on a Windows 7 computer that you have, and you like Windows 10, but then there's a couple of programs that don't work, oh my God, I need to use these programs. What am I going to do? I got to go back to Windows 7. This is how you do it, my friends. You come here and you choose this, and it'll restore your laptop back to Windows 7. Excuse me while I answer this call.